Are you thinking about a mushroom risotto? This spot may have just what you need. Lori Wallace is in Newcastle hanging out with some fungi this morning. Hello, Lori.
Hey there, good morning. Yeah, so we heard about Foggy Dew Fungi up here in Newcastle when we were visiting a new restaurant in town because they have these beautiful gourmet mushrooms that they use on their pizzas. And this is the guy behind it all. So Brendan, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good. Okay, so this is kind of where some of the magic happens.
Exactly.
First of all, the name. We love the name.
Foggy Dew Fungi. So obviously, our family's Irish. The Foggy Dew is an old Irish poem that was written about the Easter Rising way back in the day, and it became a very traditional Irish song that I grew up listening to my whole life. And the lore of just the way we've kind of, lived our life, being farming and all that, the name of the song and kind of what we wanted to do with the business just kind of blended together, and it's a perfect match.
Okay, so let's talk about how this got started for you and when you started with all of this, the mushrooms and all the exotic things that you do.
Totally. So I'm a horticulture student. My whole background is in horticulture, and about 2011 I got into mushroom cultivation. Long story short, I had a professor who minored in mycology. When we were out talking about plants, he'd be talking to me about all these mushrooms and how to grow them, and I just got this bug as a person that was into growing plants that was just, I fell in love with fungi, and I turned my room into a laboratory, and my girlfriend had to bear with me at nights while I'm pouring petri dishes and doing all this weird nerdy stuff, and I just kept going. I never stopped, and then all of this has happened.
I've interviewed a lot of people. I've never heard anyone say, I fell in love with fungi. That was a first for me. Okay, so Brendan, there's a lot to see out here, but you have some stuff in the fridge here that you can show us just as we get started to kind of give people an idea a little bit about what you do.
So in this basket here, we've got a bunch of different kinds of oyster mushrooms. So we have a blue oyster mushroom. This is an 8801 variety, which is just a commercial strain that I've bred with over the years. You can see a pearl oyster mushroom hiding back here. And then we've got some black pearl king oysters, or Shimofuri. It's actually a cross between your classic Pleurotus oryngii, which is your king oyster mushroom, and a blue oyster. So you get this cool kind of unique cap.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And so while you're distributing to restaurants, you're also at farmers markets and pretty visible up here in Newcastle.
Yeah, so I mean, at Fowler's Farmers Market, it's a seasonal farmers market that we do every year, and then we're every Saturday in Sacramento at the Midtown Farmers Market. And then, of course, a lot of local restaurants and grocery stores. There's the Placer Farmers Marketplace. If you're local here in Placer County, it's like a food hub where you can kind of shop to put your own little local produce box together. Same with Eat Good Full in Sacramento. 1837 Vegan, obviously Red's Bistro, and the Auburn Bodega, Newcastle Produce.
All over the place.
Yeah, Pizzeria Luba, big shout out to Corey and Carmen. Yeah, the Chef's Table in Rockland, Restaurant Josephine's up here in Auburn.
I mean, he's kind of a big deal, okay?
Yeah, we do a lot.
He's busy.
And for a small farm, we're spread thin, but it's, with mushrooms, you can grow a lot in a small space. So for people like thinking about, hey, maybe I want to try my hand at farming, or I don't have all the acreage to do a market garden, reach out to me about mushroom cultivation if you're interested. We can chat.
Yeah, we're going to look at that space and see what else he does out here. In the meantime, look up Foggy Dew Fungi on Instagram. Give him a follow. Check it out. We're going to stick around and look at more of what he does out here on the farm coming up. Guys, back up to you.
Let him know that Farmer Cody is interested in growing fungi. I think that would be fun.
I will let him know.
I think he made
You might also fall in love with fungi.
Exactly. All right. Thank you.